Nice guy gives women dating advice.
Welcome back to My name is Chad
here for the brain rot.
And dating people is hard. It can be difficult to find somebody who fits your requirements. For example, just a couple of mine are...
My girlfriend doesn't like you very much. Why? Sag. Why is that? 23%, baby. 23 fucking percent.
Have to have green eyes, has to have black hair, has to wear a green and black cat suit with a utility pouch on the lower left leg, has to be Dr. Draken's assistant, you know, just personal preferences. But some people can take it a little too far and their preferences become a little nitpicky and sometimes hypocritical. Something that has the ability to feed people's tendencies to do that is quite often dating apps or dating websites, just because it becomes so easy to write people off just based off of one quick glance at their profile. And we don't want that to happen to us. So in order to use dating apps more effectively, we will be watching this video today that'll just help us understand what to avoid when creating our dating profiles and what guys really don't like to see on there. And assuming this video helps, which I'm sure it will, and you land a couple IRL dates that you need to prepare for, you're in luck, because this video is sponsored by Adam and Eve. This year is actually a monumental birthday for Adam and Eve. They are celebrating...
What? Adam and Eve? More like Adam and Steve, baby.
Today, and let's get videos.
Hey, thank you, Mom.
Only one day, so I'm gonna go with that. Dante and I have some things in common, actually. Well, really only one thing, and it's the reasoning behind why he made this video and why I'm making this video on his video.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Maybe I can point out the flaws with some of these things.
Maybe I can point out the flaws with some of these things.
Maybe the women will see this.
Maybe the Dante will see this.
And they'll realize, man, I'm doing something wrong here.
And realize, man, I'm doing something wrong.
I'm sorry I'm late to the stream.
If you're doing dating advice, I can't believe I'm about to do this myself, but if you're doing dating advice personally as a man, and that dating advice revolves around what women should be doing, unless it's a woman directly asking you the male perspective, okay? And let's be real, no woman has ever asked this man for honest perspective, okay? The only thing women ask that man is to stay the fuck away, please. You are creeping me. But yeah, like I was saying, if it's just like a dude telling women what to do when a woman has not asked, like for the male perspective in that situation, it's going to be bad. It's going to be really fucking bad. Okay? Shut up, man. Okay. It's over. I'm no longer talking for the rest of the show. That guy wanted me to shut up on my own stream. Let's continue.
Flaws with some of these things.
Maybe I can point out the flaws with some of these things.
Maybe the women will see this.
Maybe the Dante will see this.
And they'll realize, man, I'm doing something wrong here.
And realize, man, I'm doing something wrong here.
If I change this or maybe change the way I think, they'll realize, oh, here's how to get a good guy.
If I change these or change the way I think, they'll realize, here's how you get a good girlfriend.
The one I'm reading right now, they're looking for a partner in crime. It made me think a lot of women are attracted to like bad boys, like people who break the law.
People who break...
Women love criminals. That's why I always tell you to fucking steal content. You know what I'm saying? Doing crime, baby.
Hassle.
Hot. It's fucking sexy. Women love bad boys. Right. Part of the reason why I do that, part of the reason why I do crimes is because I love attracting women by being a criminal.
The law? I don't necessarily think that this woman's profile was implying that she wants to date a literal criminal. She probably just meant that she's looking for someone who will go to Target with her at 10:30 p.m. on a Tuesday to buy face masks, and not that she is actively seeking out a bank robber. So what do you do for a living? Oh,
it's kind of cool though, like bank robberies, like nobody does them anymore, you know what I mean? It's like, this is a part where we really do need to bring back bank robberies. Am I crazy about this? Am I wrong for this? And thank you very much. Like, bank robbers they're That's an honest way to make a living. Okay. Anne beyaz peynir vereceğim mi? Thank you. Bank robbers are objectively cool.
Tax evasion. Oh my god, no way. Yeah. And I also dabble in some vandalism on the side. That is so f***ing hot.
Like, they put themselves in that situation and the girls are attracted to it. They say they want good guys, but they go after the bad ones. It also made me think, like, seems like, I mean, this is probably why there's few females in the construction industry.
There were so many red flags in just those 2 sentences. First of all, females. Can we not do that? It's very telling if you refer to women almost exclusively as females. Also, saying that women want good guys but only ever go after bad guys just has the nice guy mentality written all over it. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, I am so nice to females. Like, I am so respectful of those bitches. I do not think they're smart enough to choose someone good to date. I think they're f***ing stupid, but I don't get it.
Yes, people, most of you don't know this and you'll be surprised to find out, but referring to women almost exclusively as females is a bit of a red flag. Even I say it sometimes because it's just common vernacular, but
almost a year.
It's just like a little dehumanizing. And women are conditioned into knowing that that is definitely a fucking red flag. You're like a non-human animal almost.
Why won't we date?
Just say women, broads, okay? Say broads. That's why I always say broads. Ladies and broads.
This is probably why there's few females in the construction industry.
Chicks.
Like, because guys seem to build and women want to destroy.
Oh, this is why there are so few women in construction. Because
oh my Lord, Jordan Peterson just jumped out on me, on my fucking face right there with that one. That is just such a Jordanian, Petersonian thought right there. God damn, bro. I swear to God. I mean, he didn't trademark that shit, obviously, because it's like no conservative has ever had an original thought in their entire fucking lives. He's just basically hitting the same fucking notes that every other conservative dumbass has ever said. It's just like textbook misogyny. But you know, that's why he was popular, not because he was saying new things.
Let's go.
But because he was saying things that men like that wanted to hear.
Females just want to destroy. Has nothing to do with the fact that it's a male-dominated field within which women are often made uncomfortable and treated horribly compared to their male co-workers. Nay. It's because women want to destroy things. Hey boss, great news. We just wrapped up construction on the new Burger King. Oh, that's great, Jeremy. And we're ahead of schedule. Rebecca, what are you doing? Stupid female brain, not know how to build, only know to destroy. Rebecca, please stop, Rebecca. Rebecca, we can't keep rebuilding Burger Kings.
Probably why the typical guy is the one who gets down on one knee, and then at the same time, it's the women who are typically the ones that hand them papers and to say sign here. Men create and women destroy. They just want to watch the world burn.
Jesus, dude. I would say
homie is absolutely a victim of divorce court. The powerful divorce court energy coming out of this dude's mouth, unmatched. Perhaps he needs a woman, you know, with the destruction perk unlocked to destroy divorce court. That's what he needs.
Who hurt you? But I think we all know. I am sorry that you had an experience, obviously, where your heart got broken, but lots of people get their heart broken and they don't turn into a misogynist.
Another thing on here, there's one question on here. Like, I had to make myself breathe because I thought it was so funny. The height, like another hypocrisy where it says, how tall do you want your partner to be? And mine is like, I don't like short girls.
So you don't like women, you don't like short women, you don't like women who have height preferences, you don't like women in construction. Are we sure you like women?
And they have no problem saying they don't want to date guys under 6 feet tall. And I'm 6'2", so I'm there. However, even I have difficulty finding someone to actually just go out with or just to talk to.
Well, that makes no sense. I can't imagine why women.
There it is. Fellas, if you're under 6 foot, remember, homies over 6 foot are still fucking up. Okay? Why? Because it's not about your fucking height. Okay? Sure, being 6'2" probably helps. Okay? Certainly. But also, remember that, like, that's not the fucking solution. Okay? That's not like, oh, yeah, magically, you're 6'2", all of a sudden, you're just fucking, you know, swimming in it. Easier for, says the tall guy. I'm just saying, yes, I acknowledge that it's easier. Shut the fuck up. I acknowledge that it's easier. Shut up. Shut up, you short motherfuckers. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, you're short kings. If you're in here, you're a short king. Shut up, shorties. Know your place. You're in the presence of a tall. Okay, but all jokes aside,
we need Hyla Klein on Chad Vice sometime.
All jokes aside, all jokes aside. You can still fuck up as a 6'2" guy because your personality is dog shit. And you are automatically assuming that women are like against you constantly. You have decided that women are a particular way. And the way you see the world kind of dehumanizes women.
Hassle.
So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the way you operate around women, it comes out. It comes out in the way you carry yourself in conversations, and they don't want to be around you. Hope you get canceled for heightism. Good luck, baby. Not on LSF.
So now I am watching even more Hasan.
Good luck, dude. I ain't on LSF, motherfucker. What's gonna happen? I got freedom. I can say whatever the fuck I want, dude. Anyway, someone in the chat said, imagine being 5'11", and all I can say to that is, there is no one that is 5'11". Okay, there is only 6 foot. Remember that. There is no such thing as a 5'11" man. Okay, that's not a real concept. Get that shit out of your head right now. No one in the history of mankind has ever been 5'11". It's made up. It's a social construct. Yes, it is completely made up. You're 6 foot. And if you're 5'10", that means you're probably 5'8". Okay, you're 5'8", and you say you're 5'10". If you're 5'11", you're already 6 foot. That's not a thing. No one exists in that universe. There is no such thing as a 5'11" person. All right, let's keep going.
And don't want to have a conversation with you. That's weird.
Women want to destroy. It's just difficult talking to them. I mean, that's a whole other story.
It's really not. Here's a simple way to start a conversation with a woman, okay? Hello, I really like your jacket in this picture. It's super cute. Thank you. I got it at Target. Oh my God, I love Target. I could get lost in there for hours. I am looking for a partner in crime who will go to Target with me any time of the day. I think I can help with that. And here is an example of how not to start a conversation with a woman. Greetings, dumb, stupid female. I am decently fond of that jacket you happen to be wearing. Thank you. I got it at Target. Did you destroy the Target? I'm sorry. I bet you threw a big old block of C4 behind you as you left. I did not. Typical female. They simply lack. I feel like this isn't about me anymore. They destroy everything in their way.
Okay. Obviously, this is a meme, but like, because it's not supposed to be productive. This is more so like humorous satire. What is this?
I was reading this book.
Jordan Peterson describes women's hottest sexual fantasy. Oh, that's great. Let's keep going.
Specifically stated that I will only date someone who's at least 5'7". I'm giving them somewhat a leeway.
Leeway? That's leeway?
That's leeway.
I am 5'7". I don't know if that's considered tall, but I do know that I'm tall enough for my grandma to comment on it every time she sees me and complain whenever I wear heels. The average height for women in the US is 5'4". So you actually also have a tall height preference, which there's nothing wrong with that, unless you just said in basically the same breath that you don't like women who have a tall height preference.
Most of the ones that I've messaged, and sometimes I even mention that fact, and that they don't respond. And it's like, what's the point?
I don't know, Dante. Maybe one of their personal preferences is for guys that don't have rooms missing a third of its walls.
The majority of y'all, honestly, y'all are hypocrites.
That's fucked up, but so true. Oh no. Wow, she's being classist.
I see a lot of girls who are like 5'4", and you still don't want to. You're looking for someone taller, but you're being a hypocrite about it. But you don't want to date anyone about that's under 6 feet. Like they have to be at least 6 feet tall, and it's just very hypocritical and illogical.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Did you just call women hypocrites for having a tall height preference? Dante, it's the same thing, Dante.
And it's just very hypocritical.
But he has a tall height preference. I don't understand. This man has, instead of engaging in a little bit of fucking, growth caused by a little bit of self-reflection, homie just decided like it's society that's the problem. It's women that's the problem. I, as a man, am allowed to have a height preference, but women are not.
And illogical. And I don't like that.
Yeah, and you just said that you don't want to date anyone under 5'6". 5'7" is the minimum. 5'6", you would date somebody 5'6", but that's probably it.
5'6" and under, like, I got no problem dating you.
Also, it's kind of weird that, do fellas have a height preference? I feel like usually you just don't want like a woman to be taller than you in most circumstances, but like I ain't got no fucking height preference. Like I've literally never been like, yo, that's, that person is too short. I do not give a fuck at all. I have rarely met women that are taller than me, but I could be into it. I feel like it'd be a little weird, but maybe. Try it out. I'd get on that ride, you know what I'm saying? I'm basically just talking about Vampire Mommy. That's pretty much it. Vampire Mommy is who I'm thinking about. Resident Evil Village, Vampire Mommy. Anyway, let's keep going.
But that's probably all it's going to be.
So 5'6" is not wifey material.
Girls are like 5'4", but you don't want to date anyone under 6 feet.
That's an 8-inch difference, right? If a woman is 5'4" and wants to date someone who's at least 6 foot, that's an 8-inch difference. You are 6'2", and your height preference is at least 5'7". So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-inch difference in height. So you basically have the same exact height preference that you just gave as an example.
And it's just very hypocritical and illogical.
The only difference is you are the tall one. It's the same thing, Dante.
It's the same fucking thing.
I would much rather be with someone who's like half decent but intelligent and thinks for themselves.
Well, that doesn't exactly seem accurate. I just want a woman who can think for herself, as long as she agrees with everything I say and thinks exactly like me.
I do not like hypocrites. That's my favorite word to use. I love pointing out hypocrites.
Hey, me too.
More like the silent majority, the ones who don't.
Bro, this homie is straight up just the Reddit energy is just permeating through every orifice, okay? I just hate hypocrites. It's like, dude, no, you don't. Like, first of all, you yourself are hypocritical. Listen, ladies, broads. I will not use the F word. I will not say females. If you hear a man use the words logic, reasoning, critical thinking, hypocritical, that is not your man. That is an LSF Redditor who cares more about his karma
I love Hasan.
than the relationship. You are not dating a man. You are dating a Redditor and possibly a Ben Shapiro fan. Run away. Okay? Run the fuck away. Don't look back. This man in probably in approximately a couple months, is going to become a crypto bro as well. Okay. You do not want that in your life. Hasan has been hurt. What? By what? These fucking guys? Yeah, totally. Okay. This man is going diamond hands. He's going to start saying stuff like, I'm going ape mode. Ape together strong.
Thanks a lot for watching.
I love Wall Street bets.
Also love you on H3.
I love Elon Musk. Inevitably, this dude is going to become an ANCAP and call himself an ANCAP and settle with an Asian wife. Okay? That is what that I'm reading the tea leaves right now. Okay? This is a libertarian guy with an Asian wife. Okay? That is happening. He doesn't know it's happening to him. He doesn't know why he feels this way. But that's what's going to happen. Okay? 90 Day Fiance. I have pre-watched his life. Let's keep going.
Don't speak up for themselves, the ones who have trouble with that. So that's kind of like why I'm starting these videos.
Oh yes, thank you so much for speaking up on behalf of 6'2" men who don't want to date women that are shorter than 5'7", who think women are assholes, who don't know how to think for themselves and want to destroy the world. Those kinds of people really have trouble making their voices heard.
I don't like that.
Okay, so that's the end of this video. It is now time to take what we've learned and use it to create the ultimate dating profile to maximize our chances of finding the perfect man. Hello, my name is Chad, but not really. And I am seeking a partner who is any height. I have absolutely no preference whatsoever. I am 6'1" and currently work in construction. It was very difficult to teach myself not to go Wreck-It Ralph on every building within a 5-mile radius. But with some perseverance and thinking for myself, I persevered perseveringly. I am extremely intelligent, but not too intelligent. I am logical, and I do not condone crime in any way, and am looking for a partner in strictly legal activities. If I am what you're looking for, please send me correspondence via carrier pigeon, because apparently some of us still reside in the 17th century. Yours, hopefully, Chad. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching.
I'm writing to her right now. The women just say that too. If you're charming, most women don't care. It's like when guys say they want big titty goth girlfriend, and then motherfuckers melt like butter when they see a kind, small titty nerd. Okay, now that we heard from a woman, ew, yuck, let's hear about women from a man. Very cool. Definitely knows more than a woman. Okay. Finally. I'm sorry to put you through that. Okay. I'm sorry to put you through that gross video. Okay. Where a
socialism means no house.
Woman was thinking for herself. What is this? Feminism has ruined society. Am I right, fellas? It's Jordan Peterson hour. Jordan Peterson describes women's hottest sexual fantasy.
Book called A Billion Wicked Thoughts that was written by a bunch of engineers at Google, and they were looking at billions of billions of Google searches. And you know, there's no shortage of pornography on the internet, and there's much less by proportion than there was when the internet was first invented. And it's so interesting because it actually turned out that one of the things that drove the development of the internet and the technology was the proclivity of young men to search out sexually provocative images. That was what was at the forefront of the development of the nets.
No way, bro. You mean to tell me that the internet's for porn? What a brilliant revelation from the man, dude. He's just so fucking smart. I need to buy his book 11 times so I can give it to the 10 remaining friends I have who will probably also leave me. Just like my girlfriend. After I started talking about how women have a tendency to destroy because they're the dragon of chaos. The real problem, though, with women in society is that they never see the top of the hour ad break coming. I know my ad break debates have been really weak today, and I'm going to do better, and I'm sorry. But at the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break. And if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. And if you don't, then you're sexist. And we hate sexism here. Especially because all the women are subscribed. Do better, men. Men do better. I'm a misinterest now. Here's the 1 minute ad break. Also, you can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime. Or for $5. Or if you get lucky and get a gifted sub. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Do better, men.
Extraordinarily interesting. They were motivated to use it for that purpose, and that provided the platform from which it emerged. Amazing. Anyways, the Google engineers looked at pornographic search processes and then segregated male.
This B-roll is so good. Like, that's the guy at Google looking at porn. Like a Jordan Peterson fan made this, right? A Jordan Peterson fan made this, and he thought, like, this is a fire B-roll for, you know, a Google engineer looking up porn.
Pornographic search processes and then segregated male searches from female searches. And what they found
searches? Male? Bro, learn how to fucking type, dog, before you... Oh, my God. My man said male searches, bro. Like, you know, like the U.S. Postal Service, the post office. Fuck.
Male searched out images.
It's not porn.
No one considers that, you know, particularly interesting, but the female searched out literary representations of pornography. It was written. And so I can give you an example of that. If you know about Harlequin romances, does everybody still know about those? Anybody not know about those? Okay, well, they're mass market romances and of a very stereotypical type. And the original ones were pretty harmless in terms of no violence and no real sexual content. But that was 40 years ago, and they've differentiated tremendously, and now there's hardcore Harlequin romances. So they did a plot analysis of the typical pornographic female fantasy. Well, and it's so comical because engineers did this, and social scientists would never do this because they'd be probably too concerned about the ethics of it or some damn thing. But engineers, you know,
Engineers, unethical, which is a good thing. When I am conducting any kind of sociological research, I fucking hate ethics. I throw it to the side. I like when it's less ethical. Okay?
they'll just plow ahead with no concern whatsoever for such things, and they actually discover things that way. And so they discovered the basic plot of the female pornographic literary product, and they identified. So basically what happened was that a innocent, well-meaning, and attractive young woman.
For the record, this is precisely, like, this video captures exactly why Jordan Peterson was so fucking successful. Because if you've never encountered the humanities or a woman, you're probably in the STEM field as a guy, as a dude. Okay? So the first guy that comes into your life, like in a fatherly figure, and like describes even like a touch of humanities to you, you're like, whoa, oh, this guy's brilliant, while also feeding into your ego about how, as a STEM lord, you are incredibly intelligent and like way better than everybody else. That's precisely the reason why Jordan Peterson got away with speaking on things that he absolutely knows nothing about, okay? Just like take some fucking humanities courses, boys. Okay, please. Why are you roasting STEM lords? I grew up with one, the worst one. Okay, he literally builds spaceships now. Okay, that's like there is not like a level above that in the STEM lord power hierarchy and the power rankings. Okay. Anyway, let's continue.
Encounters a male who's a bit of a monster. And the monster, there's 5 types of classic male monster. For all you males who want to know, this is what you can become. Vampire, that's a good one. Werewolf, billionaire, pirate, and surgeon. I was reading this, it was just cracking me up. I thought, oh my God, really? Pirate, vampire? Oh, that explains it. What about all these damn vampire shows, right? They're so popular.
Why does he act like this is like newfound knowledge? He makes it seem like he dusted off the tomes in a fucking, catacomb that he went into, and he's like, and there we found the ancient scriptures. It's like, bro, everyone has known this since like the beginning of young adult novels, okay? The first time someone fucking wrote a young adult novel, we were like, oh, this is what, okay, people eat this shit up. This is what people want. Got it. Like, oh, wow, people get horned up for vampires? That's crazy. Anyway.
Online, they're so popular on Netflix. Oh yes, and then there's the werewolf. There's nothing sexier than a werewolf, apparently. But I mean, so there's predatory dominance that's implicit in that, right? With the billionaire, it's more abstract, but clearly that's an indication of very high success in the male dominance hierarchy. So, but there's this desire for aggression that's in that, a real aggression, right? And it's not surprising to me at all. It makes perfect sense. But the basic plot is that the woman is...
Wait, isn't it like half the time it's quite literally like Beauty and the Beast, which is exactly what Jordan Peterson loves, who he thinks is like the greatest fucking art ever created, because like art has to be close to the things that we see in the real world that are just in my narrow interpretation of the male-female dynamic, of course. He's just, maybe that's why he loves it, because it's like it's always like a gnarly dude who is like a bit of a fuck up, and then he gets like saved by the woman. I'm confused by that. I mean, this is like, obviously these sorts of generalizations are fucking stupid, because like ultimately there are plenty of people that do not subscribe to this norm. But overall, if you were to just lose sight of that for a brief moment and look at it like what he has stated is not exactly new, I would go so far as to say it's cliche. Like a good boyfriend, husband, guy. I think. It's like a bit of forbidden love that turns into like a beautiful relationship. You know what I mean?
Encounters this mysterious...
Yeah, I can fix him is the attitude.
And aggressive male and tames him. That's the female hero myth, as far as I can tell. It's Beauty and the Beast. And so it's because, well, there's no fun in taming someone who's already tame. And what makes you think you really want someone who's tame anyways? There's no interest in that. Plus, when chaos manifests itself, what makes you think that someone tame is going to be good for anything? And it's a real question. And so that aggression is absolutely vital. It's absolutely necessary. But because it's incredibly dangerous, which of course it is, it has to be civilized.
What the fuck? What does that even mean, bro? Incredibly dangerous? Does he think that vampires exist? Like, what's he trying to say right now? He's like, that chaos is incredibly dangerous because, you know, they suck your blood. These vampires, they come at night. They can't be around in the sun. Of course, some ancient literatures do state that vampires can be around in the sun. But when they are, their skin turns to diamond. These vampires, they're doing scary things.
And so what happens is that the archetypal female in these pornographic romances seduces and tames the aggressive male. And that's her encounter with chaos. Now it's more complicated. Of course, females, they're more complicated, and that's exactly how it is. And it's no wonder, because their lives are more complicated.
Wait, so what happened there? Like, that's it? Oh, that sucks. There was nothing there, dude. I really wish there was something there. What the fuck? Okay, let's sort by most popular. Jordan Peterson's life advice will leave you speechless. Facebook Metaverse, Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, the ideal woman in overcoming fear. Dude, I love Jordan Peterson talking about women. I can listen to him all day talk about women. It's great. It's just like, it's so obvious that he has like issues in his own personal life with his wife and his daughter. I mean, we know what Michaela Peterson is like, so let's be fucking real. Like, she is a product of that upbringing. It's like this Ouroboros, right? Jordan Peterson has like this distorted view on the world, and that level of development has absolutely ruined her daughter, Michaela Peterson, who I think is very cute, but you know, let's be real. She tried to murder him numerous times over the course of the past couple of years, so not exactly great. She is quite literally, you can actually describe her as the Dragon of Chaos. Okay, if there's one person you can describe as the Dragon of Chaos, it's definitely, you know, your daughter that one, advocates for eating raw meat only, which is fucking very weird. And two, your daughter that almost murdered you because she wanted to go out to like a nightclub and gave you COVID when you were recovering from benzo addictions by doing experimental therapies that cause you to quit cold turkey, which can kill you, which is precisely why it's illegal to do in the United States of America and in numerous other European countries. That's why they had to go to fucking Europe. She also tried to kill him by putting him on the apple cider diet. Or sorry, the fucking you know, all meat diet, which you know, and then feeding him apple cider, which I believe almost killed him, if you guys recall that. What is this? Since Jordan Peterson is trending, it's the one.
Quick on.
Oh, this was pretty funny too. We'll watch it in a second. Anyway, let's watch this.
It's with our fantasy that we first meet the unknown, right? Well, look, say you're going out with a new person. It's like, what do?
I gotta pee. I'll be back.
Project a fantasy on them. And then you fall in love with the fantasy. And aren't you stupid? Because you're going to find out that the match between your damn fantasy and the actual person is tenuous at best. And so Jung would call that a projection of either the anima or the animus. You know, the anima is what a man projects onto a woman he finds desirable. It's like, oh, she's the perfect woman. It's like, well, how do you know that? You've like seen her for 4 seconds, you know, but it grips you. And the same thing happens in the opposite direction. And it's an action of instinct, you know. It's like you fall in love with the image. But interestingly enough, what you do in a relationship that works is that you actually, I think that what you see, it's a rough approximation, when you project the ideal and fall in love with it, you see what could be. It could be that, but it's going to take you a hell of a lot of work, because like you got no shortage of flaws and the other person has no shortage of flaws, and so you're bringing your flaws together, and that's going to produce a lot of friction, and you're going to have to engage in a lot of dialogue before you approach that level of perfection again. But maybe you can do it, and then you get to live happily ever after. Well, wouldn't that be nice? Well, so the unconscious meets the unknown, and it meets it with imagination and fantasy and dream and art. That's how you take... See, you don't just go from what you don't know.
Who's he talking to? Bro, Murat straight up has a fucking electrical, like, saw, like a power tool, standing right outside my door. And I was like, bro, can you please get this out of here? I'm going to die. Like, I'm going to trip on this and fucking fall and, like, cut my foot off. And he's like, oh, dude, you're such a drama queen, dude. You are so dramatic. Like, oh, you're going to die. It's like, dude, it's quite literally an electrical saw power tool that is literally standing right outside my door on the ground. Like, it is not. He is OSHA Andy, bro. I swear to God, dude. Someone that works for OSHA would have an aneurysm if they saw the work conditions that Murat subjects himself to in the house. Mr. Good enough for government work. Anyway. Toxic femininity. Okay.
No, to fully articulated knowledge in one bloody leap. You can't do that. You have to extend pseudopods of fantasy and imagination into the unknown. That's kind of what theorizing is like, right? Even scientifically, you know, you don't know something scientifically, you generate a theory. Well, it's an imaginative representation that your unconscious is helping you generate. And so you meet the unknown with fantasy. That's what the unconscious is for. From the psychoanalytic perspective, that's what dreams do. And you can see why. You dream about the future. You know, it's like, well, what's the future going to be like? Well, you have a little imaginative story going on, and it's like, you don't really create it. It's sort of, you watch it unfold, you know.
I'm already bored. I can't do that. I just like, I'm canceling this one.
Men are, on average, more aggressive than women, or they're more physically aggressive. So among children, for example, boys are more likely to kick, hit, bite, and steal. And that's not a bad operationalization of aggression, let's say. And then if you look within boys, a small proportion of the boys are that way at 2. It gets controlled. And most aggressive kids are socialized by the time they're 4. And if they're not, you can't socialize them after that. That's also very interesting and rather disheartening.
I don't know if this is...
But women, girls, however, they are more aggressive than males if you measure aggression differently. They use very interesting and rather disheartening. But women, girls, however, they are more aggressive than males if you measure aggression differently. They use reputation destruction. Physical aggression doesn't translate to social.
Wait, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck is he saying? First of all, he's got to let the fucking Dragon of Chaos narrative stick, but that doesn't actually also work with, like, obviously men being destructive or engaging in, like, destructive behavior or whatever, right? So then he's like, well, women are destructive too, I promise. You don't understand. Women are also destructive. All right? They're just destructive in, like, a different way. You know, they're just destructive in social reputation wise. I've seen women throw hands, so that's a lie. I mean, yeah, women are for cancel culture. Fellas, cancel culture is womanly behavior.
Social media. But reputation destruction, that translates to social media unbelievably well. So maybe it's time to have a little chat about toxic femininity.
Oh, wow. He's turning it on the women, dude. Yeah, let's talk about toxic femininity. I love that. Any woman born after 1996 only know how to eat hot chip, be bisexual, lie, charge they phone, and cancel culture. That's true. It's true. Fellas, we know how this works. All women born after 96, all they know is be bisexual, eat hot chip, charge they phone, lie, and do cancel culture.